AFS Logicwall is a fibre cement-based permanent formwork system and a faster alternative to conventional masonry and blockwork. Being Codemark certified and AS 3600 compliant, Logicwall is the ideal solution for applications such as external facades, party walls, blade walls, columns, lift and stair cores, shear walls and balustrades. It's no wonder that builders prefer Logicwall. Simply put, Logicwall delivers significantly faster floor cycles, saving days or even weeks on a construction program. Let's take a look at another construction method, blockwork. Blockwork is one of the oldest wet trade methods in the building industry. It's also one of the slowest and it's extremely time consuming. Sadly, the declining block laying trade is now struggling due to a shortage of skilled tradesmen. Let's see if Logicwall is as good as it claims to be. We're going to get 2 crews, each to build a 3 metre by 4 metre by 2.8 metre high stair core. One crew will use Logicwall 200 panels and the other crew will use traditional 200mm blocks. Let's see how they go head to head. With Logicwall, using the markings provided by the surveyor and Logicwall shop drawing plan, ensuring the walls are clearly and accurately set out. Working off the chalk lines, shoot the floor track to the concrete slab. Establish the best starting point and sequence for the panel installation. Working as a 3-man team, the panel is stood vertically beside the floor track. The panel is then lifted clear of the starter bars, aligned with the track, and then lowered into position, dropping down over the starter bars and floor track. The panel is then braced, ensuring that the first panel stood is square, straight, and plumb. Each panel is then glued and screwed at the joint and floor track. Once the panels are installed, braces are installed at every joint, plumbing each brace as you go. This straightforward process is then repeated for the length of the wall. Horizontal reinforcement bars are installed. The doorway metal frame is slid into position. The metal door frame is then levelled and braced with timber. The wall is then core filled with concrete using the boom pump off the truck. Finally, trowel off the top for a smooth finish. With blockwork, first you need to prep the area by doing your mark out, unpacking the blocks, cutting the reinforcement rods and placing them in front of the blocks ready to be installed. Then you need to set up your mud boards. Mix the mortar and load up all the boards. Once the bond has been worked out, you go ahead and lay a block on each corner. Then run a string line to ensure the wall is straight. Lay a bed of mortar. Follow this by laying blocks on the mortar over the starter bars, first side by side, then row by row. Place reinforcement into every second row of blockwork. Once you get to your desired height, ensure the wall is jointed and brushed. Then drop vertical steel into the wall according to the required spacing. Now that both the Logicwall and blockwork stair cores have been finished, it's time to compare the results. With Logicwall, we experienced a much quicker construction time compared to blockwork. The panels are so easy to handle and to manually install. It goes without saying, no craneage was required. Placement of reinforcement is simple and its installation is really quick. Compared to blockwork, there is much less waste and mess. The Logicwall system makes for a fast and simple install process. And the Logicwall panels provide a flat, true surface which helps deliver a high quality finish. Now, let's take a look at the blockwork stair core. The construction time was slower. There was no core filling today. This is because there is a risk of blowout if you core fill blockwork within 24 hours of laying. The process is laborious. The blocks are heavy and they are difficult to handle. Placement of reinforcement is cumbersome. The door frame is out of plumb. The mortar has been unevenly applied and there are very obvious gaps. The header course is uneven and sloppy. It's such a messy process. And what do you get at the end of it all? It's an unrefined raw finish. Disappointing. Taking all of this into consideration, for the same stair core in the same conditions, the Logicwall installation was quicker, easier and cleaner. The evidence is clear. Logicwall stands up to its claim that it is fast to install and better overall. Logicwall or blockwork? I know which one I'd choose.